The Girl in the Red Dress. Every Friday evening, Ryan Cooper visited the same rooftop restaurant in New York City. He always sat at table number 17, not because it had the best view, but because exactly 1 year earlier someone had left a handwritten note there. The note simply said, "If you're reading this, maybe you're looking for someone too." Ryan had never discovered who wrote it, but every Friday he returned, until one evening she appeared. A young woman wearing a beautiful red dress walked onto the rooftop. She looked around nervously. Then she sat at table number 17. Ryan's heart skipped. She pulled a small piece of paper from her purse. Ryan recognized the handwriting immediately, the same handwriting from the note. He stood up. "Did you write this?" She looked at him. Her eyes widened. "You're the one who kept coming back." Ryan smiled. "Every Friday." She laughed softly. "My name's Emma." "Ryan, I didn't think anyone would actually find my note." "I didn't find you. I think you found me." Emma had written that first note after a painful breakup. She had wanted to believe that somewhere in the city there was still someone who believed in love. Ryan had found the note on the worst night of his life, and somehow it had given him hope. From that evening, they began meeting every Friday at table 17. They never called it a date. They simply talked about their dreams, their failures, their favorite songs, the places they wanted to visit. Emma loved sunsets. Ryan loved rainy nights. Emma believed love should feel peaceful. Ryan believed love should feel like coming home. Slowly, their Friday evenings became the most important part of their week. One night, Emma didn't come. Ryan waited. 1 hour, 2 hours. She never arrived. The following Friday, she still wasn't there. Ryan became worried. Then he received a message. "I'm sorry, I had to leave New York." Nothing else. No explanation. No goodbye. Ryan felt his heart sink. He returned to table 17 every Friday for 3 months, then 6 months, then 1 year, until the anniversary of the night they first met. That evening, he sat alone. A waiter placed a small envelope on the table. "Someone asked me to give you this." Ryan opened it. Inside was a photograph of Emma wearing the same red dress. On the back was a message. "I left because I was afraid, not of you, of how much I loved you." Ryan's eyes filled with tears. Then he read the final line. "If you still believe in us, come to the place where I first learned to believe in love." Ryan knew exactly where to go. The next morning, he traveled to a small coastal town in Maine. There was an old lighthouse overlooking the ocean, and beneath it, Emma was waiting, still wearing red. Ryan slowly walked toward her. "You came. I promised myself I wouldn't. Why did you?" He smiled. "Because I spent a year trying to forget you. And I failed." Emma laughed through her tears. "I was scared that loving you would change my life." Ryan reached for her hand. "It did." "Was that a bad thing?" "No." He looked into her eyes. "It was the best thing that ever happened to me." Emma leaned closer. "I never stopped loving you." Ryan whispered. "Then don't leave again." She smiled. "I won't." He gently kissed her forehead. The ocean waves crashed against the rocks behind them, and for the first time, neither of them was afraid of what came next. A year later, Ryan and Emma were married beneath the same lighthouse, At the reception, table 17 from the old rooftop restaurant had been recreated beside the ocean. On it was a small framed note. "If you're reading this, maybe you're looking for someone too." Underneath it, Ryan had added another sentence. "I was, and then I found you." Emma held his hand. "Do you remember the first note?" Ryan smiled. "Every word." She looked into his eyes. "Would you write it again?" Ryan took a pen. On a fresh piece of paper, he wrote, "Some people enter your life by accident. Some leave because they're afraid. But the ones meant for you always find their way back." He folded the paper. Emma kissed him, and beneath the light of the old lighthouse, their love story finally began its forever chapter. The end.